Um, yeah, I guess I'm just recording this for whatever reason. That says main entrance. I'm just leaving ED. I had a really lovely nurse who checked my back out really thoroughly. No x-rays or anything. Doctor said didn't need any. I just landed really heavily on my back, but I didn't get my head or anything like that. But she did a full, sort of manual neurological kind of test on me. So yeah, I got a couple of paracetamol and then a box of paracetamol to take away, and a codeine, which the problem is that it's just it hurts when I breathe, and we just tried the pain relief to see if it's that I can't breathe in or if it's just the pain that stops me. And before, when we left it a while, and I just tried to package up my stuff a bit better so I didn't look so freaking homeless, because people really do look at you like you're a piece of shit. At that point I said, no, I don't think it's improved my mobility, but my ability to, breathe, but it has now, because I was walking along the street and I was crying, but even when I wasn't crying, crying was really painful. It was so really painful. And then when I wasn't crying, because I've been walking all over Christchurch all afternoon since I fell down the stairs at about, figure out from photos and videos, about 1:30. I can't remember what I was going to say, but just that actually the back injury, for want of a better generic word, was really interfering with my breathing, and it would make me sound like I was sobbing, and I felt like I was getting a little bit, not lightheaded exactly, but like I was hyperventilating because I was having to take a lot of short breaths to fill my lungs. I feel better now. So, the thing is that, she's a lovely woman called Kari. She's given me a bunch of food, and I've got some water, and I organised my stuff while we were waiting for the pain relief to kick in. And while I was walking back here, because I found out at the bus stop, at the bus interchange, when I was going to go to my storage unit, I always like a plan, right? And I have a plan. I thought I'll go to my storage unit and I'll see what I can get, like gumboots and stuff, because my emergency kit, it's just the fucking story of my life, my emergency kit is at 78A, John Roach's house, and then a helpful guy whose identity and provenance in my life I won't go into now, picked up for me and arranged that with the cop. One of them's called Corey, the other one's called Kobe, and I was wondering why was I calling the cop Kobe, and I was like, oh yeah, because I've been dealing with a Kobe and the names sound similar and I'm really out of it. But anyway, so he's got back a bunch of stuff from John's. I fucking doubt it's everything, or I don't know. And I just feel like he's maybe not such a nice guy after all. Not a bad guy, but he just keeps going, can you pick up, I was like, can I pick up my emergency kit? Because it's got my stupid fucking beach shade thing, and some bedding and stuff. Like it's an emergency kit, like it's not camping gear, but it's like shelter. And he's like, oh, can you pick up everything? I'm like, the fuck? He keeps asking me, have you found a home yet? Or I take you found a home. It's like, where the fuck would I have found a home within half a day of being homeless? I don't. He said he'd been following me on face. Well, he noticed me on one of the Facebook groups that I'm on. I don't know which one it was. He didn't say. Maybe like Pay It Forward, or one of the sort of grassroots sort of social service kind of operations that some people set up on Facebook. And he said he'd been watching my posts and feeling sorry for me. It's like, what the fuck from what I've been posting would give you the fucking impression that after 8 months or something of transient accommodation deteriorating into actual street homelessness would give you the impression that I would find a home within half a day. It's just, and he sort of made out like it was no big deal, and he was like, "You don't want me to take it?" And I'm like, "Well, you could take it to my storage unit, or or whatever suits you, really. Like, I want to fit in with you." And he's like, "Oh, it'll be safe at my place." And I think he lives in Burnside or something. Out west, is it? It's like Avonhead, kind of. Like, I've never been there, and I just feel like nobody fucking listens. So here we go. One part of Hadley Park, and I have nothing to camp with, and I'm frankly disappointed in Kobe for not I messaged him and I said, would it be possible for me to come and pick up my emergency kit, my duffel bag with my real basic emergency sort of shelter stuff. And even though he's ascertained that no, I can't pick up everything because I have no home, why would I want my fucking beach fucking sand sunshade so I can sleep in a park somewhere? I told him I'd be sleeping outside. And then it's like there's no follow through on, oh, okay, well, yeah, definitely you can come and pick that up. And anyway, I was gonna just go because I've got just the same fucking sneakers that I'm wearing since Lou kicked me out. And I have wet weather gear and stuff, and I can't access it, and it's like, it's a beautiful, but it looks really beautiful. You can't see how beautiful that building is with this camera, but it's got the tree in front of it, which is so lovely. You can't tell, but it's like he's not even going, yeah, for sure, come and pick up your emergency gear. But I was going to go to my storage unit, just find some stuff, because I do have loads of bedding and winter stuff and whatever. I do tend to have an excess of blankets and that kind of thing, and I might have had a bit of a tarp or something. And the thing is that, I do want to die, and it would be good if I could die tonight, but But I don't just want to be miserable, you know. I don't just want to be miserable and cold. I want to die properly, and I don't know what time. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, I don't just want to fucking have a miserable night on the ground. You know, I really sang his praises, and I was like, well, there's some real saviours and stuff, and it's just like, no one gives a fucking shit. And he was offering me a room and stuff, and now he's clearly like not, because I'm clearly desperate. And all of a sudden, like, that's why he contacted me saying, so why he contacted me in the first place, saying, do you still need somewhere to live, you know? I'll come and pick you up, and because I was really crook, you know. And yeah, I think John's got to him. I said John is a liar. I said John has been talking fucking shit about how I'm like a mental patient, you know, like, and fucking Lane going, well, you know, like John, you know, they were whispering to each other in my earshot, like in that little bitchy, you know, covert aggressive way, you know, about how I was, you know, receiving depots and whatever. I mean, it was clear that, you know, they were claiming or repeating something that my mother had said, which is untrue, that I'm receiving antipsychotic injections in the community under the Mental Health Act. I said, I'm not under the Mental Health Act. And Lane, who had the gall to tell me I was ignorant and I knew nothing, she says, well, maybe it's a good idea, it's up to you. It's like, no, Lane, being under the Mental Health Act is court ordered. But I was saying to one of the nurses today, it's like, before I sort of discharged myself, like, if you take this to the tenancy tribunal or whatever, you know, the people who make those decisions, and sorry, I just had to tenancy tribunal, the disputes tribunal, like, they're not going to know any better than, you know, they're often not even lawyers at the disputes tribunal. They're not always lawyers at the tenancy tribunal, but they are more often. So I'm just going to have a wander, and I'll stop sort of rabbiting on, because I don't have, you know, much power. But I don't know, I guess I just have to find somewhere to hole up and it looks like there are lots of places in Christchurch I can do that, but I'm not really sure where, and I'm really pretty fucked. Like, my decision, you know, your brain can't go on and on and on making decisions. You know, making decisions is, you know, those are novel. Decision making is novel, like a novel experience. It's problem solving, and even fun problem solving. You can't do too much of it, and I just feel like I just don't have that ability anymore, and nobody understands, and no one's going to. And no, I have nothing really. I've sort of appropriated a few things from the ward today, just bits and pieces, like a bed pad, you know, I think for incontinence and that kind of thing, like just little things. Yeah, it's a real hard call. Like, I've been on this street with less than I have now because I'm wearing a down jacket and stuff, and survived, like, fine. So, and I'm not going to go out to the suburbs, I'm just going to stick in the city, and I don't know, but I'll stop now and I'll just focus. Ow, fuck, man, like, I'm really quite injured. I mean, not in any serious way, but, you know, falling downstairs is, you know, like, my back got the most of it and my head got none of it, but the whole, you know, it puts your whole body out. Like, if you think about, you know, it could be like, I remember the first time I went horse riding for like 30 years, and boy, you know, and falling downstairs is a bit like that. So sleeping on a cold ground overnight with a crook back, I don't think I'm going to wake up in the best condition.